Hi, my name is Nancy Segal. I'm the founder and owner of Solutions for the Workplace, and I'm a professional federal resume writer and career search expert. Today, we're going to talk about 7 resume myths and help clear them up so you understand what is true and what really isn't true. So, myth number 1 is that the purpose of your resume is to get a job. False. The purpose of a resume is not to get the job. The purpose of your resume is to get an interview. It's to get through the screen and in front of a hiring manager. The resume itself is not going to get you the job. Myth number 2, I need to include my entire history on my resume. False. That's not true at all. There is no one who cares what you did in 1993. I guarantee it. You do not want to be like one of those guys who is still talking about their high school football touchdown and they're 60. Most resumes, whether in the private sector or the federal government, only go back about 10, 12, 15 years max. You don't want to emphasize age, and most hiring managers want to hire someone who's doing it now, not someone who is still talking about Y2K. Myth number 3, my resume should be 1 page. False. A 1-page resume is absolutely fine and appropriate if you're right out of school and your experience is limited. That being said, if you have a 10, 15, 25-year career, 2 pages is appropriate and expected. For the private sector, federal government resumes typically run 4 to 6 pages. So if you're looking for a federal job, your 2-page resume isn't going to get you anywhere. Bill Gates could put together a 2-page IT resume and wouldn't get past the HR screeners from a federal perspective. Nobody wants, and this is the max, the longest I've ever seen, is a 67-page resume, complete with footnotes. Kill me now. Myth number 4, readers of my resume will understand what I'm talking about. False. Readers of your resume typically are HR people first. They don't have a clue what you're talking about. On the private sector side, the reader of your resume is in fact a machine, applicant tracking software, which reads your resume. So you need to make sure that your resume is understandable for the audience. And your first audience, frankly, is HR. If you can't get past them, the rest of it doesn't really matter. Myth number 5. It's important to show the audience my education at the top of my resume. You've got it. False. If you are more than a couple of years out of school, what you are selling is your experience, not your education. We all know people with plenty of education that really aren't that smart, haven't done a good job. Their focus is on education. And look, I'm not anti-education. Please do not take it that way. But most employers want to hire you based on your experience. The exception being, if you're within 2 or 3 years of school, then you can put your education at the top. Myth number 6, I need an objective. False. There is no one who cares what you want. Objectives are a major no-no. What has replaced objectives are skill summaries. That's what you need. Who are you? What do you bring to the table in the context of the positions that you're targeting? It's not about what you want. Employers don't care about that. They want to know what you can do for them. Myth number 7, reviewers are going to read my entire resume. Not true. There's been a fair amount of research done on how much time people spend reading your resume. The average amount of time for a private sector resume is between 5 and 15 seconds. Private sector folks are going to be looking at your experience, they're going to be looking at your chronology, and they're going to be looking at your education. You need to get them at hello, which means that the most important part of what you're selling needs to be as close to the top of your resume as possible. Now, if you're targeting a federal job, people will spend more time reading your resume. However, they're still not going to spend as much time as you think they should. And the same concept applies. You need to get them at hello. If you can sell people on the first half page, they're much more favorably disposed or favorably inclined to read the rest of your resume. So I do hope that going over these 7 myths has been helpful to you. If there's anything else I can answer, please reach out to me at nancy@solutions-workplace.com. Thank you.